What actually happens when you choose to talk behind somebody's back? When you choose to hold negative energy towards someone else? What's actually happening in that situation? Are you putting something on them? Because that's what it feels like. You feel like you're shooting something towards them. But the Buddha actually said once that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. And I think that when we do things like that, that is more so what we're doing than what we think we're doing, which is really giving it to that person. This is episode 1929, Louis C.K., the Joe Rogan Experience. I'm Coach Colin, coolest high-performance coach in the world. And if you want the absolute best insights to the podcasts and videos you love, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into this clip.
Think of things, a lot of comics are narcissists, and they think of themselves more than they think of anything else.
Yeah.
And they also, they have a famine mentality.
What's that?
Famine mentality means there's only enough for one person. Like there's not enough for everybody.
Weird thought. It's a weird way to think of the world.
It's a terrible way to think of the world.
Yeah.
And it's so wrong, and it's so self-serving, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like if you really do believe that there's only so much out there, you'll act as if,
and you'll give up.
Yeah, and you'll start to alienate people around you.
Yeah,
because people know that you're really just thinking about yourself. You know, you get real weird, and then people get weird around you. They don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
When you're happy for people, like genuinely happy for people, better things happen. Like everybody feels good.
No, I always tell comics when you're watching the guy before you, and you're thinking, what a piece. If you shit on a comic to the person next to you, you're going to bomb. I've seen that happen a million times. Somebody's on stage, and the guy next to me is going, God, I hate this. I hate when he says this. And then they go on, they have a shitty set.
Because you're angry.
Yeah, it's the last thing you should be thinking about.
Yeah.
You know? And also, some comedians, a lot of us are frustrated. We wish we were like rock stars. So, we want to look cool up there, but nobody wants you to look cool.
Nobody wants to look cool. They just want to laugh.
Yeah.
But the looking cool thing is because you don't want to feel like a piece of shit, and you do, so you decide, I want to look cool, so that way I won't be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then you go up there and you just like ruin the vibe.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Exactly what Louis C.K. just said. That when you're sitting there, to a T, when you're sitting there and you're talking shit about someone else to someone, you end up bombing. You know why that is? You're not some wizard. You're not Harry Potter putting spells on other people, making them bad, making them mess up. Whenever you do stuff like that, you have that type of power, but you have it on yourself more than anything. And your brain and the way this whole mind thing works, it doesn't know that you're trying to put that towards someone else. Even if you do say, I'm putting this on someone else, it doesn't know. All it does is let you have more of that feeling. All it does is let you bring in more of that negativity to yourself. And that's exactly what he's talking about. You're sitting there talking shit. Obviously, I don't mean you, but you know what I mean. You've been in situations. We've all been that person who's hating on somebody else. And when we do that, all we're doing is collecting up negative energy. And when we do that, when we all of a sudden put ourselves as this negative entity, this negative person with this negative energy, all we do is cause more negativity to come to us. And we have the power to do the inverse as well. When we're positive, when we sit back and we're positive about other people, when we harbor positive energy in our hearts and in our minds, all we do is attract more of that to us. You ever notice, I have somebody on my Facebook list, right? I won't say their name, right? But this person is always talking about negative stuff. It's always, oh, I can't believe this happened to me today. Well, I guess life sucks. Oh, well, there's another shitty day. They just keep on doing that. And as the years go by, their life has become shittier and shittier and shittier. And it has nothing to do with the rest of the world and everything to do with them. Because they just keep putting it out there. They post it up to like 5,000 people. They show 5,000 people, hey, my life sucks. And all that happens is they embody that. And more of it comes. And more of it comes. And more of it comes. And the next thing you know, your whole life is just shitty like that. I'm sure you can think of somebody like that in your life. And if you can't, it's because it's you. That's what they always say. If you don't know who the crazy person is in your family, then you're the crazy person, you know? Same thing with this. But you gotta stop if you are that person. If you are, maybe you're not, but if you are that person who's hating on people, talking shit about people, you gotta stop that. You gotta start living more positively. You gotta start, and I don't mean like secret type of, positive, no, I'm gonna attract things to, I don't mean that type of stuff. I mean, just be a good person. Just try to see the best in situations. And trust me, more good will come to you. Not just because you're some magical beacon and you're attracting all this good stuff, but because you'll become the type of person who can see the good in every situation. And as you're able to see the good in every situation, your situations will become better and better and better, right? So stop talking shit and stop hating on people and just switch it up. If you're that person. If you're not, hey, good for you. I've definitely been that person. I've said some wild stuff in comment sections. I've said terrible stuff to people's faces, and it never did anything but make me think that I felt better. But in reality, it kept like a fire, like fanning a flame, fanning a negativity flame in my body. That's all it did. And believe me, my life got shittier and shittier and shittier and shittier. Don't let that happen to you. I'm out.